Hello everyone. Today, we're exploring the role of spatio-temporal thinking in objective thinking with a focus on P.F. Strawson's theory of basic particulars. Let's break this down step by step. First, let's understand what Strawson means by basic particulars. According to Strawson, basic particulars are the most fundamental entities in our conceptual framework. They're the things we refer to when we talk about objects in the world, like chairs, trees, or planets. They form the backbone of how we think about and describe reality. Now, Strawson argues that our ability to think objectively, meaning to think about the world as it is, independently of our personal experiences, depends on a concept of spatio-temporal continuity. But what does that mean? Let's unpack it. Spatio-temporal thinking involves understanding objects as existing in a shared space and time. For instance, when you see a car parked on the street, you recognize that it occupies a specific place and exists in a specific moment in time. This spatial and temporal positioning is crucial for identifying and tracking objects as they move and change. Strawson claims that this way of thinking is foundational to objective thinking. Why? Because spatio-temporal continuity allows us to distinguish objects from one another and track them through time. For example, imagine watching a bird fly across the sky. You recognize it as the same bird because you perceive it as maintaining a continuous position in space and time, even though its location changes. Without spatio-temporal thinking, we wouldn't be able to identify objects as persisting entities. And if we couldn't do that, we couldn't form objective judgments about the world. For Strawson, this capacity to think about objects as enduring through time and space is what makes it possible for us to communicate and share experiences with others. Let's connect this to Strawson's broader philosophical project. In his work Individuals, an essay in descriptive metaphysics, Strawson critiques earlier thinkers like Hume and Kant. He argues that instead of focusing on abstract ideas, we should pay attention to how we actually think and talk about the world. For Strawson, our everyday practices, like identifying objects and describing their movements, show that spatio-temporal thinking is deeply embedded in how we make sense of reality. To summarize, spatio-temporal thinking is essential for objective thinking because it lets us identify and track objects as they persist through space and time. This, in turn, forms the basis for communication, shared understanding, and reasoning about the world. According to Strawson, this framework of spatio-temporal continuity underpins our entire conceptual scheme.